Good evening. I hope I find you well on this drizzly sort of an evening. Hymns. Sweetheart of Jesus, fount of love and mercy, today we come thy blessing to implore. Oh, touch our hearts, so cold and so ungrateful, and make us love thee more and more each day. Sweetheart of Jesus, we implore. Oh, make us love thee more and more. Sweetheart of Jesus, make us pure and gentle, and teach us how to do thy blessed will, to follow close the print of thy dear footsteps. And when we fall, sweetheart, oh, love us still. Sweetheart of Jesus, we implore. Oh, make us love thee more and more. Thank you. Say the heart of Jesus. Hail, Queen of Heaven, the ocean star, guide of the wanderer here below. Thrown on thy surge, we claim thy care. Save us from peril and from woe. Mother of Christ, Star of the sea, pray for the wanderer. Pray for me. O gentle, chaste, and spotless maid, we sinners make our prayers to thee. Remind thy Son that he has paid the price of our iniquity. Virgin most pure, the star of the sea, pray for the sinner, pray for me. Now, our Blessed Mother, up there now. Oh, you take your hand away sometimes, it just catches or something. You'd be afraid that it'll fall. You have to be so careful. There's a crowd up there, St. Patrick and the Little Flower and the Lady of Knock, and they're all up there. So let's talk. How did you get on today? So first to say there was a bit of a drizzle now. Normally I'd be cutting the grass with the ride on mower. But I decided I wouldn't be doing it there today, but funny enough this morning. I wasn't expecting rain. But it wasn't heavy now, it was a drizzle, but then I don't need to water the flowers. I had done a bit of work and I had weeds. There's a little sort of old yolks come up, and it doesn't matter how many you take out, there's still must be a plethora of the old yolks there, little old, and they can grow high. Funny how these old weeds. Um, so spent a bit of time doing that, bit of work. And being such a day as was, we decided to do a bit of polishing, which I did. I polished a bureau, polished a chest of drawers in the bedroom, and gave it a good polish and cleaned it, and then have a glass case, glass case, with things in it, and I give that a good. I have to take stuff off, of course. and then I did the mantelpiece and all the rest of it. And you'd be surprised all you have to do, but you don't have to do it every day or anything. I certainly don't. But do it every so often and keeps it ship shape. And probably now tomorrow, all going well, I might do a bit of hoovering and with my clean the kitchen with this stuff that I have for cleaning the kitchen while wiping it because I've lino on it now and it brightens it a bit. I was going to get the shelves painted cream or something to brighten it. But then they've been there now for the last 23 years the way they are, and you get used to them that way, don't you? Don't always want to brighten things up, but the kitchen there's two windows in it. But for some reason or other, it's dark. It's on the left hand. The sun only shines early in the morning, and it doesn't really brighten up that much. That's if the sun is shining, and the sun was shining a good bit this past 6 weeks or more. But there was some rain there today. Probably wanted because the ground must have been very hard, and it wasn't a downpour. Just what I call a drizzle. This is what we get here, I see, in the United States to have typhoons, big old winds come round and knock down houses. We don't have that problem here, thank God. We had a bit of a wind there and it caused damage, but no house, as far as I know, was knocked down. Caravans might have been knocked over because they're not on solid ground and foundation, but so we're lucky enough that way, so we can thank our lucky stars. And though people had no electricity for the good bit, and that was a bit of inconvenience. Just there was a strong wind one night, and I had a couple of bushes. There was ivy caught in the bushes and it fell down. And the crowd that I got to cut down the trees, Farley's and Cardinal Ross, they didn't come. And myself and Eamon, my good friend, he was here for a few days, and we had the equipment and cut it, and it was more or less. And we got rid of them in the ditch and all the rest of it. So it's great to have friends like that that come to the aid and you do it yourself. So it was that class of a day. And as I look in the garden, I have the buttercups and daisies grown. It's lovely to see the colour that nature provides, God provides. Yeah, it's lovely to see the nature and the kind of colour that's about. I haven't talked about the forest bushes and the yellow. There's a kind of a yellow colour. It's one of the great gifts we have in this country with the greenery all round, and it's very soothing to see that. It's easy on the eyes because in some countries they don't have that much grass. Spain, for example, it's all nearly artificial grass, and they should water it constant. Then they have to have equipment to sort of get from the sea and recycle it. So as you can have water, but it wouldn't be great. You have to boil the water. You don't know what way it's coming. So we've much better there. We have lovely water, and I have my own well water, and I have my own septic tank. So I don't have that, even though I'm beside the town. I'm not in the middle of nowhere. But I'm quite happy with the way it is. And I'm getting the drive concrete. I have behind the house, it's concrete. A good man, a great worker, a great company. Darren Gibbons from Castle Potter did the job, and he's already took away a lot of the stones that was there. There was grass going up through it and flowers and different knows what you didn't plant it. You wonder just how they get up. It's extraordinary, isn't it? You can't spend your time just trying to pull them up and all the rest of it. You'd be blue in the face. And You're bending down, and it's not worth for anybody putting down concrete. And he just leveled it out and did various things during the week. And he had a big kind of a machine that he raised it up as a machine for that sort of thing. And it's on cast, it's on casters or whatever they call it. It's like a bulldozer, but it's not a bulldozer. It's something else like that, and it has a shovel and rakes it up, and then he put it in the van. He to do two runs. So because he took it away rather than dumping it here, which is great. And next week, please God, he'll be, if the weather being good, we'll put down the concrete. So there'll be great comfort then. So we'll have concrete then coming in, and he'll put a ramp because water, they rush the road out there, and when it's raining, if it's heavy rain, which you do get, we've been very fortunate with good weather, but it comes in here. So between my own coming down and then this coming in, that's why he built a ramp and it'll solve the problem. So that's it, and so everything is hunky dory otherwise, and thank God. So here we are, and we're doing our little chat, and I hope things went well for you today, wherever you happen to be. It's always chores to be done, isn't there? And of course, if you have a family, you're much busier. I just here myself, so I don't have to cater for all them and make their food and that. So the mothers are very good the way they prepare the home and the food and all the rest of it. Again, respect, and you'll get obviously some that not so good at that. Maybe the husband has to do it. I know in one family that I knew, and my wife, the daughter was a teacher, and she was a godchild. Or, she when she was born, and her sister, she was a godchild for that girl, and she was a teacher. But she was very lazy from the point of doing any housework. So the husband, though he was working, he did all that when he came home. Not so good, is it? He made the food and all the rest of it, and even washed up the dishes and that. He didn't do anything. So that's not good. And if my late wife gave any little sweets to the children, two girls and a little boy, because she'd take them off them. Uh, she was a vegetarian, and you know what they're like. They're very intolerant, aren't they? And lazy old yolks. Thank God I didn't have the misfortune to be involved with any of them. But that's what she was. So bye now, and enjoy the rest of your evening. Sing a couple of hymns over that. Don't do you any harm. Do you probably go upstairs. Bye now.